Hola amigos de CineNT.com, estamos con la extraordinaria directora Julie Taymor, que se encuentra en el Festival Internacional de Cine de Guanajuato 2012. Welcome back, Julie.
Gracias.
You are one of the most greatest directors women in the world.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
You made theater, you made movies,
Opera.
compose, you wrote.
No, I don't compose, but I write lyrics.
You write lyrics.
Yes, and opera, direct opera.
In this moment, do you have a new project in your life?
Yes.
About?
I have two movies. One is a movie musical that is based on an Indian legend from India and a Thomas Mann novella called The Transposed Heads. And Elliot Goldenthal, who is the composer who did Frida and many of my films, we're writing it. It is contemporary New York, contemporary India, and then supernatural, mythological, fantastical dreamland.
Since your first movie, you make a world of big things. Everything is great. All the things are bigger.
I don't know, yeah.
Yeah. What makes you make a movie specifically a theme?
What makes me make a movie?
About a specific theme, like the Beatles, like Frida. You
Well,
say it's great.
I have to be very moved by the story or the music. In the case of the Beatles, I grew up with the Beatles music, and the period of time, the early 1960s, I watched my brother and my sister. That is based a little bit on my family. My sister was very political, an activist. My brother was a musician and into drugs. And the crisis of that era with the music was absolutely ripe to be made into a movie, and I was very personally invested. With Frida, Salma came to my apartment. She sat down to ask me to direct, and she told me for 2 hours her passion for Frida. And I thought, oh my God, look at her, look at Salma Hayek. If she can entertain me and move me, I must be the midwife. I will be the midwife to her passion for Frida. Then it became my baby too. So the stories, whether they're a story of the outsider, like Frida and Diego were the monsters, right? The outsiders. I'm often attracted to stories about the outsider. Grendel the opera is about a monster. Even Spider-Man is about the boy who is always bullied on the outside. And I love the combination of reality and mythology.
Now you talk about Spider-Man. How do you felt in the moment that you had to leave?
Well, let's not get into that too much. I loved working on Spider-Man. I worked 8 years. The show that you see up there is my show, but cut a little bit. So it was hard, very hard. But I think it was successful. It was always successful. There was too much press. It became too much a media, just too much attention by the media, and not allowed us to finish our work.
In your movies, you have a little bit of revolutionary, of rebellion. You are in this way.
Revolutionary? In what way?
In a way that changed the world, that changed everything.
I think, as I've said, I don't think cinema is just to put a mirror, a camera. You just put a camera and you just shoot what's there. I think you have to show a different perspective, because that will have people look at themselves or the world around them with fresh, new eyes. It's very important to see, to have a new vision on what you take for granted. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get used to something, so a filmmaker has the ability to show you it in a new way, and then you say, oh, I never thought of it that way. So I want to move people, but I also want to stimulate their intellect and touch them. It has to be all three. And I think the art of cinema mustn't be forgotten. I know it's easy for everybody to do digital. You pick up, you do this handheld camera. No, there is an art to creating the imagery. And I think it's very important that young people keep appreciating some of the great older filmmakers who really created their stories through the means that they created are very, very important.
What do you think about the new technologies like iPhones, smartphones to make a movie?
No, I'm not for it. I think it's fine for fun, like home movies. But, yes, everybody can make their little movie, but still there is a place for the level of artistry that great lighting, great sound, great photographer, good story writing, music, you know, not everybody can create on that level. So we have to keep supporting those stories as well. It's wonderful, you can have iPhone, iPad, but you mustn't forget about how to create. I mean, look at the architecture here. Now we have big block buildings, but all of us appreciate the detail of what the old buildings had, the aesthetic. So I still think it's important to pay attention to the aesthetic of the film.
Of all your works, what is your favorite?
I don't have a favorite. No.
All of the songs?
No, I love Oedipus Rex, the opera I directed. I think Titus film may be the best film. But I love Across the Universe.
We all love Across. Thank you very much, Julie.
Thank you.
See you.
Gracias.